Elizabeth Fry has robbed my whole entire house, the whole entire contents of the house. And I have every picture of me sitting in Las Vegas, gambling in Las Vegas. I have been gambling all over San Diego. I have been fishing all over San Diego. Dorothy has eaten lobster at 3615 Wilshire Terrace Drive. Her and her husband have been to my house. Carole Anne Yoshida has been to my house. She's been to my house, and so has Eugene Yoshida. They have been to my house in San Diego. They have been to my house all over California. I have pictures of my mother all over visiting me in California. The Bose stereo that she has is from me in San Diego. I sent that to her house. She still has it. And I sold mine on eBay. I have an eBay account, and they have robbed my eBay account, my Amazon account, and everything else. My bookshelves, my books, Patriots books, gardening books, and Dorothy has robbed it, and Smith's Animal Hospital. You know my face, and you definitely know many vets, pet stores know my face. Galt knows my face. I cured Maddie, Leslie, and Dylan in that house of hookworms with CBD oil and with diatomaceous earth. Leslie is cured of these things because of me. Maddie is cured of those things, and I don't know that she's cured because that isn't going on for her. But it's going on for Leslie. And you are scamming me, Greyhound Adoption League of Texas, because Maddie is wearing the vest that I bought on Amazon. It's in the picture right there. Maddie is in the picture. I'm the one that's from Dallas, Texas. I'm the one who went to W2 High School. I was in the Baby Bulls cheerleading club. And I had never scammed anybody. But there has never been a bigger scam artist than my mother. Ever. Literally on the planet Earth. Has scammed my grandmother. My big brother has scammed my grandmother out of the contents of her home. And they've scammed the contents of my home, just like they did her home. It's always Carole Anne Yoshida that is always the biggest scam artist of anybody. The only person that hasn't scammed anybody is me and my grandmother and my grandfather. And everybody else in the world is a scam artist. Literally. There wouldn't be another person that was a bigger scam artist. Everybody would be a scam artist compared to me. There wouldn't be a person walking the earth that wasn't a scam artist. Literally. There would not be one. When my house was loaded with every single product in the store, every single organic thing, every single can of everything, and they have stolen it all. Laundry soap. I don't even have any laundry soap. I don't have a washer, and I don't have a dryer. When I purchased the washer, dryer, stove at 1707 Media Street. And it's still on my driver's license for 8 more years. And it was taken care of on the internet. I take care of everything on the internet. There's not one thing including my medications that I have not taken care of on the internet. I have Walgreens accounts, Rite Aid accounts. Social Security is on my iPad. There is not one thing that has not been done on computers or iPads. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube is still running from my home into Santa Fe, New Mexico. I still cook like I lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I still eat Mexican food, and I've eaten tons of Mexican food all over the place, sushi, and all kinds of food. I have been to many restaurants, many gas stations, since I left this house. And let me tell you, they have destroyed my whole house. But to have the gun safe that was bolted to my home, now the New Paltz Police Department has about 4 of my guns that were purchased at that house. Every gun in here was purchased from there or in California. I am the only clear person, and you're not the clear person. For some reason, Carole Anne Yoshida has the Pride Mobility scooter, and of course I can't go back and get it. Of course it's too risky for me to even drive there. I have been in too much pain when I have been in bed 23.5 hours a day of my life. When I have worked hard to get better and you have not. When OL could come down with the same thing that his father did, that my mother is dying of, rheumatoid arthritis. When I researched how to get better with trigger point therapy. When Elizabeth Fry knows this, and she's been to doctors with me, when she has scammed and everybody. There is no bigger scam artist than Elizabeth Fry, Carol Hannon, and all these gay people that live, John Jarrett, Suzanne Bono. There is no bigger scam artist than you. You don't scam somebody that fishes. I can guarantee you could never scam a person that is a fishing person and a horseback rider that grew up showing horses. You would never scam me, ever. You think that you can scam me, but that's impossible to scam me. It is literally impossible when I'm the one that's on disability. When I'm the one that's on Social Security disability, and you aren't. When I'm on full benefits and have been on them since I was 24 years old. When I've been on Klonopin, Paxil, Wellibutrin, Celexa. You won't scam me out of a dime. And you won't scam me out of the fact that this is pierced, my nose is pierced, these have been stretched to this big, when they have stolen all that jewelry from my house. When they have stolen bed sheets, towels, and the whole contents of my house. Literally the whole one. The whole one. Almost. So they thought. But I have the 4 Patriots unit that was delivered to the house. I have that in the storage unit. It's been through Carole Anne Yoshida's house. And now she's sitting there with more Army jugs, water jugs. But I'm sitting here with one as well. But I had like 15 of them in my house that they have stolen. You could survive a nuclear meltdown at 1707 Medio Street. There was a full kit of Patriots, my Patriot supply, delivered to that house. I still have the chainsaw delivered that I went and picked up. At Carole Anne Yoshida's house, there's a huge gas tank, a yellow one, sitting in her garage. There's also tons of my Patriot supply. There were action packers, 4 of them delivered to her house because of the robbery that happened in my house. There was a roll of Scott toilet paper from my Amazon account delivered to her house. Now she's sitting with it, and I'm not. And that was all at my house. 2 trash cans full of toilet paper. Mylar bags full of food and oxygen absorbers. Pinto beans, rice, you name it, and it was like a restaurant at my house of all organic food. And they have swiped and stolen the whole thing. Elizabeth Fry, Gloria Ann Gruel, John Jarrett, and Suzanne Bono are sitting with Carole Anne Yoshida's frame that I picked out with Eugene Yoshida and her. And at that time, I was in her car. And we put it in the back seat of Eugene's Honda. And I have pictures of me with Eugene. And Eugene also fished. And I have taken care of their lawn when she lived in Little Elm. I've picked weeds in my sister's house. I've been scuba diving and snorkeling. And all those were logged in that house. I'm sitting here with a snorkel and a scuba mask. I'm sitting here with ski goggles, and they've stolen my skis. They've stolen parkas, ski pants. You name it, and they've stolen every single thing. It's like my father used to take me to Vail, Colorado skiing. I've been skiing since I was 4 years old. I've taught Julie Aldrich how to ski, and Elizabeth Fry how to ski. And I've taught Julie Aldrich's family, her sister, and her husband how to ski. In California, in Big Bear. And they've stolen all these things from somebody who skis, from the skier. The skier, the reloader, owned that house. They've stolen pistol primers and things that will make a big boom to Gloria Ann's. Things that would make a big boom for Elizabeth Marie Fry, who doesn't hear a single sound, and neither does Gloria Ann's. And Elizabeth Fry doesn't hear one sound. And neither does O.L. Scott or Kathy Cox or Carole Anne Yoshida. But I have interpreted for that person for 20 years. If she thinks she's going to scam me when I was the interpreter for her, and if O.L. thinks he understands sign language, or my mother thinks she knows sign language, the deaf school, the Santa Fe School for the Deaf, or Gallaudet University, if anyone in Kansas thinks that they are going to scam me, it would be a good luck Dorothy Fry, who knows my face, who I have signed to, and trust I signed better than Dorothy. Glenn Fry never knew how to sign. Her brother never knew how to sign. They didn't teach themselves how to sign. But I learned to sign because of that person only. When I worked at Aquarium Stock Company for 8 years, I didn't sign. And I met Marley Matlin, And I didn't know how to sign there either. But now I can sign to Marley Matlin that I met you, I met Katie Lang, and Leisha Haley has definitely seen the two of us together at a concert. And there's other people in Santa Fe that has seen me sign to her at Adelita's, at every restaurant, every restaurant in town. There's been me signing for her. For her, I have signed for car loans. Her Honda that she bought in San Diego that has all this hail in it. Hail damage. I helped her negotiate this car. When I met her, she was driving a Honda Escort, a little bitty nothing, and Jillian Gallant. None of you can sign as well as I can. And I can sign to the world about how she has scammed me at laundry soap, bath soap, shampoo, toothbrushes, razors, snow everything. And there is not a snower to snowball somebody. There is not one snowballer to snowball somebody. Is Dorothy Fry or Elizabeth Fry. There is not one snowballer in town that could snowball a person that signs, that can sign to everyone, that can sign and that sat there and listen to Home-Wise whole thing. Sat there at the Kiva and listened to the whole thing on Social Security disability. And when you're on Social Security disability, you own everything. You don't own just a little bit. You own Dorothy. You own Elizabeth Fry. You own Carole Anne Wick. I have been very sick, and that's all provable. John Slatic has taken care of me. He knows who I am. And they have stolen weed seeds and all these things. And they think that that's okay to steal my dresser and everything. And of course that's my phone going on. But you can't scam a skier and you can't scam a scuba diver. They grew up skiing in Vail, Colorado. They grew up skiing in a warehouse that speed skates, that's owned speed skates, and used to go speed skating all the time at Josie Skate Rink. They played pinball and knows how to bowl and played soccer, softball, baseball. You can't scam somebody that went to school and learned Spanish. That talked to the roofers, that negotiated the roof on the house. You can't scam somebody that can talk to people that speak Spanish. That at least can talk to them. That has definitely been to Tijuana and done the same thing. You can't scam somebody that knows how to talk to people. Especially a judge. And has talked to other judges before. When this person sideswiped the old landlord's house, car in San Diego, sideswiped it and drove away in San Diego. when I owned Bongo, my Blue Crown Conure. You can't scam a person that's owned birds. You can steal my cards out of my house. But trust me, there were Frank's birds in Los Angeles. There was cricket, Bongo, Myers Conures, Nande Conures. I bet Sydney would remember me. Buenos dias, Sydney. Sydney. Buenos dias, Sydney. Sydney. You would never. I've owned green singers, parrot finches, zebra finches, all over California. And you think you're going to scam a person that's owned California cages? Expensive cages. Elizabeth Fry. And Dorothy. When I know, well, you wouldn't scam the fact that I've owned Haley, my Australian Shepherd, that I got in Austin, Texas, that I had till she was 14 years old, and had her put to sleep in San Diego on the floor of that house. And you've stolen the furniture in that house too. I bet Dr. Candy Lewis would love to know, because I went by her place and it was closed because of COVID. But I drove all the way there and she wasn't there. But I tried to go in to Candy Lewis at Harmony Animal Hospital, and they would definitely know who I am. They would all definitely know that I was a pet sitter. There's a lot of people that know I'm a pet sitter and that I've taken care of their aquariums. That I have a clean work record. I've worked at literally 30 places. And I have many addresses all over California. And I've never been robbed by anybody until Dorothy and Elizabeth Fry and her crooked friends. And I'll post this on YouTube for the world to see. How somebody can crook you out of contents of your whole entire home.